Hello everyone and welcome to WebDevi, and today we are going to learn how to make a live HTML and CSS editor. So as you can see, here I have an empty directory. Inside this directory I will create two folders, one CSS and one JS. The CSS will contain style sheet and JS will contain our scripts, and I will also create a file called index.html, which is going to be our main file. So let's save it, index.html. So now it's saved, and inside this CSS folder we will create a new file, style.css, and this file is going to hold our whole CSS for styling purposes. And now for JS folder we will create a file, script.js. This will contain all our scripts. So now we have style, script and index. Okay, very well. So let's delete it. And this is Sublime Text Editor, and the coolest feature of this editor is Zen coding. What is Zen coding? I'll just show you. Look at carefully. You just have to write HTML and then press tab, and boom, you get whole HTML markup, the basic markup of an HTML page. So let's give our HTML page a title. I think editor is a good title for this project. Yeah, okay. So we have the title, and now we need to link our style sheet to this page. For that we just have to type link and press tab, and you can see the whole code is written for us. We just have to give the href property. So CSS, then script, sorry, not script, style.css, and now our CSS is loaded. And the same, we just have to write script and then press tab, and we will get the script tag. We will give the source attribute and link it to our script. Source equals script js / script.js. So now our JavaScript is also loaded. Now for the basic designing, so we need to have two text boxes for, let's forget, just create a div, so write div and hit and tab, div. If you want to give it a class, you can do like this, just dot editor, and this will give a class of editor to this div. See, so I love Sublime Text Editor, it's great. And let's give it an ID of editor. Yeah, that's great. So this is a div. It's going to hold our HTML and CSS text areas. So HTML and space. Now we'll write just text area, and I think we should give it an ID of HTML text. Yeah, I think it's better. Just hit tab, and boom, the code is written for us. And we also need to create one text area for CSS. So let's write CSS and then text area. We need to give it an ID too, so hash symbol for an ID, it's important. And CSS text. Yeah, so we get a text area with ID CSS text. So our input section, which is HTML and CSS, is ready. Now for the preview we need to have something else. Let's see, we just make a div with a class of let's say browser. I think browser is perfect. So class browser and ID equals what ID? Browser frame, I think. Yeah, sure, yeah, browser div. Chalo, okay, yeah, browser div. Okay, so inside this browser div we will write preview to tell the viewers that we are previewing the content here. So write preview, and now we need to have an iframe inside this div. Yes, this iframe is going to hold our document. We need to give this iframe a class of browser frame. Yes, hit tab and boom, the code is again written for us. Lovely. Okay, so ID should be, I think, browser frame. I think it's okay, so I will give ID browser frame. What's this happening? Okay, browser frame. Yeah, this is the ID. So our iframe is ready, our HTML text area is ready, CSS is perfect. Let's see in a browser. Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, this is our, it doesn't look so nice. Really bad. Oh shit, I don't want this. We need to give it a proper styling. Okay, so let's go to our style.css and give it some nice styling. So for styling, first of all we should look at let's go with the iframes. Iframe is good. Okay, iframe, and we need to give it a width of 100% and width 100% and a height of I don't know, maybe 100%. Yeah, let's try this one. And for text areas we need to give them a width of 100% and for the height of text area I won't use 100% here. I cannot use, so I'll use 300 pixels. I think this much is perfect. Okay, and now for editor class, I should give it a width of 440 pixel. I think this should work. Yeah, and a height of 100%. Float left, and now browser. Yeah, I think I spell it right. Browser. For this we should have width of 59% and a height of 100%. Yeah, this should work. And float, yeah, important, float. We should give it a float of right. Okay, that's nice. So I think it's done. Yeah, I should change, I think 6th. I think this much is perfect. Yeah, I think this is perfect. So let's see into browser. Let's refresh. Oh yeah, now everything is done. Yes, we are done with it. We don't need to do anything else in it. So now we are done with our styling, and but you can see nothing is happening. We just tried something and we cannot see anything in the preview window. So how to get that feature in this project? For that we just need to go to our script.js and inside our code here. So what should be the code? First of all, we need to grab both our text fields. So for that we just take a variable, we create a variable and name it HTML text for the text area of HTML, and for getting any element we can write document dot get element by id. It is a function of JavaScript which is used to get any element using the id of that particular element. So the case is element, so it is case sensitive, so you have to write it exactly as I am writing it. E should be capital, B should be capital, and I should be capital. All other alphabets are small, so remember that. Inside this we have to pass a string. We write HTML text, which is the ID of the of our text area for HTML, and similarly we also have to get our text area for CSS. We write CSS text equals document dot get element by ID by ID. And inside this we again have to pass the ID of our CSS text area, which is CSS text. So let's write where is C? Yeah, CSS text semicolon, it's important. And next we have to which we have to get, yeah, we have to get the browser which we had for our preview part. We need to grab that, and we will grab it by document dot get element by ID, and the parameter. What should be the parameter of this? What's the parameter? Browser frame. Yeah, that's right, browser frame semicolon. And we have our HTML CSS browser window, browser frame, we have a browser. We should name it frame, I think. Yeah, it's much more intuitive. Yeah, browser frame, I should name it browser frame. Okay, next we have to create a document. So this part should be maybe a little tricky for you. So every frame, in this case browser frame, has a content window property, and that content window property again has a property of document. So we need to grab that document to write something in that document. Okay, so what is the syntax for that? Name of the frame dot content window. This is important. The case, it is case sensitive again, I'm saying, so remember the case. And for grabbing the document of this content window, we write dot document. That's it, a semicolon. Yeah, so now we have a document. Now we need to write something in that document. So for writing something in that document, every document in HTML has a head and has a body. It is dynamically generated document, so it will also have these properties, and to grab these properties we just write the name of document, in this case doc dot head, doc dot head. This will give us the head part of our document, and we have to write something in that part. So for that we write dot inner HTML. Yeah, it means that write something in the header section of our document. And what we have to write in header, we have to pass the style sheet which we are getting from our text area. So to grab a style sheet, we simply write style type equals to, remember these quotes where you have to single quotes, you have to so it is important. If you don't use as I am using, you might end up in some errors, so it's important. Carefully see what I am writing right now. It is very, very important to look for your quotes. Then we need to append another string, and what is that string? Our CSS, which we grabbed from the text area, CSS text area. So we have our text area, CSS text, it is a text area. So to get the text inside this text area, we use value property, CSS text dot value, and then we again append it to close our style tags. again look at the quotes. This is important, so don't mess with them. Then a semicolon. So now our header section is complete. It has our style sheet. And now for the body part, this part we will use doc, our document, which is our document, doc dot body. So grab the body inside the document and its inner HTML, right? So doc dot body dot inner HTML equal to HTML text dot value. This one is simple, right? Nothing much. So this is the basic algorithm which we are going to use in our project, but I think there is some mistake in this. So yeah, I found the mistake. We write what we have to do, but we don't have anything when we have to do. So for that we will make all these steps inside. We will create all these steps inside a function. We'll put them in a function. We will name this function run. Syntax is important, again I'm saying, so don't mess with the syntax. Close the braces. So this is the final code for our JS file, and it's not very big file, it's very easy to remember file. Yeah, it has we have our HTML text, our CSS text, our browser frame, then we grab the document from the frame, and after grabbing the document we just go to the head part of document and set its inner HTML to some styling, and again I'm saying quotation marks or double quotes or single quotes, both of these are important, so don't mess with them. And next we have document, body of the document, and its inner HTML is equal to HTML text dot value, which we grabbed from the first line, sorry, the third line. Okay, so I think it's done. We should save it. Control S for saving. But there's still something left inside our HTML document. We didn't specify when to use that file, when to use that function run which we have created. So when should we use it? Let me think. When user type something, I think that is the perfect time for using that function. Okay, so we will use this function on key up equals the name of the function. So whenever a user types something with the keyboard, this function will be called. So let's save it. Control S for saving. Let's go back to the browser, hit refresh, important. Okay, so now it should work. Cross your fingers. It should work. It should work. It should work. Okay. Okay. We have our h1 tag. Nothing is appearing right now. Let's write something more to maybe it should. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. It appeared. Oh lovely. Let's write Webby Davy. Yeah, cool. Webby Davy is cool. Close this h1. Oh yeah, okay. For next we just write h2 and I love Webby Davy, and close this h2 again. So oh yeah, that's great. Now we have our HTML part, and now let's check our CSS. Is it working or not? So let's give styling to our h2 tags, and for this we give it let us give it a color of what's a red. Please work, please. Oh yes, it's working. We made it. Okay, so now for h2, let's make it prettier too. So what should I do with it? Yeah, let's go with this box shadow. I think I spelled it correctly. Box shadow. What should be the shadow of it? 2px. It's appearing. 2px and 2px2. Yeah, it's looking it's looking okay, not very much pretty. Yeah, but finally we made our project. It's working. Yeah, I'm very happy with this project. So it's not very big deal to create such project. You have seen it's very easy. You can give this project a different kind of look and feel according to your needs, according to your taste. So this is the code. Don't worry, I will put all this code into my blog, so you don't have to remember all this code right now. Just go to my blog and copy paste it anywhere you want. So thank you for watching. See you next time.